They say you can tell a lot about a place by how people react to peace. So let me tell you about our compound, and the day a calm-looking man stood by our gate like he had missed his road. Because that small moment is what started everything. That moment is what carried Amanda from the orphan they used to the woman they can no longer reach. I know Amanda. I watched her grow up. And when I say grow up, I don't mean the normal kind: school, friends, small enjoyment, small freedom. Amanda's own growth was like a plant growing under a stone, quiet, forced, and always fighting for space. The first time I saw the man, I honestly thought he was lost. He stood by the gate with a small nylon bag hanging from his wrist. His clothes were clean but tired, like they had been washed too many times, and every wash removed joy, not dirt. He looked around slowly, not proud, not scared, just calm. And in our compound, calm is suspicious. People here don't stand calmly unless they are rich, crazy, or hiding something. That same day, Amanda was doing what she always did, moving around like a shadow in her uncle's house. If you don't know Amanda's story, you won't understand why her eyes were always careful. Her name was not said with love in that house. It was said like a tool. Amanda, sweep. Amanda, wash. Amanda, come here. She was the orphan they kept because a free maid is cheaper than conscience. Her parents died when she was small, and from that day, she became everybody's responsibility and nobody's priority. The uncle did not take her in because he was soft. He took her in because of neighbors. Neighbors in our area don't play. They can forgive poverty, but they don't forgive disgrace. So they kept her, and used her, and reminded her every day that she was lucky to have a roof. Amanda learned how to make herself small. Small voice, small dreams, small appetite. Because anytime she wanted something, somebody would sigh and say, "You want too much for an orphan." The word orphan. They used it like a rope. Every time she tried to stand up, they used it to pull her back down. One afternoon, Auntie Patricia, her uncle's wife, called her from the kitchen. Not called like a normal person, called like a commander. Amanda! Amanda ran. In that house, delay was a crime. Yes, Ma? Auntie Patricia didn't even look up. She was stirring soup like she was stirring anger. You know your cousin Tolu is getting married next month. Yes, Ma. You will help. Yes, Ma. Full help. Yes, Ma. Then Auntie Patricia finally turned and looked at her like she was judging the size of her head. See your life. At your age, you are still inside this house like leftover food. Amanda did what she always did. She said nothing. Silence was her most used language. Auntie Patricia continued, "If you were my real child, I would have settled you since. But you are just, you know." Amanda knew. That same night, while Amanda was ironing clothes behind a curtain, she heard them talking in the sitting room. Not loud, but not careful enough. Auntie Patricia's voice, "This girl is becoming a burden." The uncle replied, low and serious, like he was discussing land, "She is not a burden. She is a helper. She is growing. People will start asking questions. Boys will start looking at her. If she brings Belly into this house, I will not carry that shame." The uncle sighed like he was the victim. "So what do you want?" "I want her out," Auntie Patricia said. "Marry her off." Amanda's hand froze on the iron. Her heart didn't even beat fast. It just became cold, like water entering her chest. The uncle asked, "Marry her to who? Who will take her?" And that was when Auntie Patricia laughed. Not a happy laugh. The kind of laugh that comes from power. There is that man. That one that always sits near the junction. The one that looks like he sleeps outside. The uncle paused. "The beggar?" "Yes," she said quickly, like she had been waiting to say the word. "That one. Let him take her. After all, she is also nothing." Amanda didn't cry. Crying in that house was like pouring water on sand. Then her uncle said one word. "Okay." That "okay" sounded like a door closing. Amanda slept that night with her eyes open. But in the morning, she still woke up before everyone. Smiled when they spoke. Because when you show weakness in that kind of house, they use it as proof that you deserve suffering. 2 days later, they called her like they were calling a witness. Her uncle sat like a judge. Auntie Patricia sat beside him with folded arms. Tolu stood behind them with his phone, smirking like this was entertainment. "Amanda, you are a woman now," her uncle began. She said nothing. "We have decided to help you." That word, help, almost broke her. Because wickedness likes to wear good clothes. Auntie Patricia said, "You will marry." Amanda's mouth opened, but sound did not come out. Finally she asked, "Marry who?" Auntie Patricia smiled like she had won something. "You will see." Amanda tried to look at her uncle. "Uncle, please?" He raised his palm. "No argument. It is final." And from that day, news moved like wildfire. Before evening, everybody knew. Our area doesn't need internet for gossip. Gossip is our free data. Women at the water tap, so the orphan is finally leaving. Men at the junction, better. Before she starts doing anyhow. Even children, she is going to marry a beggar. People love to laugh when someone is weak. Then the man appeared again. The same calm man I saw at the compound gate. He came with the uncle to the house, greeted politely, and stood there without begging eyes. "Good evening, sir." Auntie Patricia looked him up and down like she was inspecting a goat. "So you are the one?" He nodded. "Yes, ma." "What is your name?" "David," he said. Amanda later said something small inside her relaxed when he said his name. Not hope, just less fear. The uncle announced proudly, "He has agreed." Auntie Patricia clapped once. "Thank God. At least your life will move forward." Then she turned to Amanda like she was giving an order to a slave. "Go and bring water for your husband." Husband. That word entered Amanda's ear like a slap. She brought the water. Their eyes met for a second. And Amanda noticed something that confused her. His eyes were not greedy. Not playful. Not hungry. Just tired. Like hers. He drank water slowly, then he said her name softly. "Amanda." Imagine hearing your name like that for the first time in your life. Not shouted. Not commanded. Just said. "I know this is sudden," David told her calmly. "I will not hurt you." Tolu scoffed behind him. "Beggar is promising." David didn't even blink. He bowed slightly to the uncle. "Thank you for accepting me." And the uncle waved him off like he was doing charity. "Just take care of her. Don't bring her back here." That night, Auntie Patricia entered Amanda's room with her usual poison. "You better behave in that marriage. If you disgrace us, I will deal with you." The wedding was fixed fast. Too fast. Like they wanted to throw her away before anyone changed their mind. No bridal shower. No sweet preparation. It looked like they were preparing to bury someone. The day before the wedding, Auntie Patricia gave Amanda a dress. An old church dress adjusted roughly. "Wear it. Don't complain." That night, Amanda sat on her mattress and stared at the ceiling. All she could imagine was survival. Becoming invisible in a new kind of suffering. But she also held one thought close. "At least I will be free from this house." Even if the freedom came with pain. On the wedding morning, the compound was loud. People came out like it was a festival, because they wanted to witness the show. As Amanda dressed, her hands shook. Auntie Patricia pressed powder on her face like she was wiping a dirty plate. "Don't cry," she warned. "You will not embarrass us." Outside, people clapped and mocked. Orphan is finally going. Amanda Dawn's see husband. Hope the beggar will not carry her and run. Amanda smiled the smile of someone with no choice. David arrived with 2 men. One looked like someone who often stayed near the junction watching the road. The other was tall, quiet, wearing sunglasses. They didn't look like wedding friends. They looked like business. David himself wore simple clothes. Clean sandals. Nothing flashy. Auntie Patricia whispered loudly to another woman, "At least he is not dirty." The woman replied, "Maybe he borrowed it." And people laughed. David didn't look at them. He looked at Amanda. Then he gave her a small smile. Nothing romantic, just reassurance. They walked to the small church nearby. The pastor started quickly. The choir sang like they were rushing a bus schedule. Then the vows began. "Do you take this woman?" David answered clearly, "I do." The pastor turned to Amanda. Her voice struggled, but it came out, "I do." People murmured. Someone even said, "She has no choice." And right there, when it should have been the normal ending, trouble entered like a knife. A loud phone vibration cut through the air, sharp and strange in that quiet moment. The tall man touched his ear. The other one scanned the room. David's face shifted. Not fear. Focus. Then the church door opened. Two men entered in black. Black trousers. Black shirts. Earpieces. They walked like people who had authority, not like normal church members. Everything went silent. Even the choir stopped like someone removed their battery. One of the men walked straight to the front. "Where is Mr. David Johnson?" You know that kind of silence Nigerians make when drama is about to rise? That one. Amanda later said her heart stopped. People turned to David. Auntie Patricia whispered, "Mr. Who?" David stepped forward. "I am here." The man nodded. "Sir, we've been looking for you. We need you outside immediately." That was when confusion entered everybody's head. Phones came out. Eyes shined. Whispers grew like termites. "This one is not normal. Is he a criminal? Those are disses. No, it's police. Maybe he kidnapped someone." Auntie Patricia grabbed Amanda's arm and hissed, "Amanda! What did you bring into this family?" As if Amanda had power to plan her own suffering, not to talk of planning drama. David leaned close to Amanda and said softly, "Don't be afraid." Then he told the pastor, "Please allow me 1 minute." He walked outside with the men. The church exploded in noise. Auntie Patricia started praying loudly out of panic, not faith. "My God, I reject disgrace. I reject shame." The uncle sat down sweating. Tolu looked excited like he bought ticket. Amanda stood in a borrowed dress, feeling like the ground was moving. After some minutes, David returned. Calm again. The men stayed at the door like security. And then David faced the church. "My name is David Johnson," he said. "I'm not a beggar. I'm not homeless." People's mouths opened. He continued, "I came here quietly because I needed peace. I needed to hide my face from certain people for a while." Then he looked at the uncle. "You did not know. And I understand." The uncle couldn't speak. David said, "People are searching for me because of my father's properties. Some people want to take what belongs to me. Some people want me out of the way." The word "out of the way" entered the church like smoke. David added, "I have money. I have companies. I have land. But I also have enemies." The pastor whispered, "Jesus." Then David looked at Amanda. "And I chose Amanda because she didn't come to me with greed. She didn't chase my name. She didn't know who I was." Amanda cried, not because of money, but because someone had finally spoken about her like a human being. That was when Auntie Patricia stood up and tried to turn shame into celebration. So this is the surprise. God is wonderful. We always knew it. We always knew our Amanda would marry well. And this is the part that made the whole church hiss. David looked at her and said calmly, "Ma, please don't pretend." That sentence slapped the whole room. They finished the wedding with shaking hands and forced smiles. And outside the church, 3 black SUVs waited. Not one. People's faces changed again. The mocking ended. The calculations began. Auntie Patricia's face became bright like Nipa brought light. My son-in-law, come and greet your mother." David stepped back. "Please, I don't like noise." The uncle tried to speak like a man that suddenly remembered he had love. My son, David, you know, we are family now." David nodded politely. "Yes, sir." But his voice had a boundary inside it. Then he turned to Amanda. "Amanda, come." And Amanda moved like a person entering a life she didn't recognize. Women surrounded her with sudden love. "Amanda, you didn't tell us." "My dear, you are blessed. Remember us, oh." Yesterday they mocked her. Today they wanted connection. That's life. People respect you when they see proof. Inside the SUV, Amanda sat stiff. Leather smell. Cold acid. Respect that felt strange on her skin. David sat beside her and said, "I am sorry." "For what?" she asked, shaking. "For the fear. For the confusion. You did not deserve that." Then she asked the question that was burning her chest. "Why did you agree?" And David finally told her the truth. His father was rich. He died suddenly. After his death, family members turned into strangers. They tried to force him to sign papers. They threatened him. So he disappeared, dressed down, lived quietly, watched people. Then he said something that stayed with Amanda. People reveal their real face around marriage. They reveal greed. They reveal pride. They reveal wickedness. He needed a wife, but more than that, he needed someone he could trust close to his life. And he told her, "If you don't want this marriage, I will not force you." That was the first time Amanda heard choice in human language. She told him the truth. She didn't know him, but she knew what it meant to be treated like nothing. And she didn't want to go back. David said, "You will never go back." They arrived at a quiet house, not a mansion that shouts money, but a house that whispers peace. A woman in uniform welcomed them. "Welcome, sir." "Welcome, Ma." Amanda almost looked behind her. Respect can feel like a foreign thing when you have been living inside disrespect. That night, Amanda cried quietly, the kind of cry that comes when your body finally realizes you are no longer in danger. But peace didn't last long. Amanda overheard the security team. "They know you are back." David replied, "Let them know I'm not alone." Then the next morning, he told her the dangerous truth. "My father did not die naturally. They suspected poisoning. No strong evidence yet. But people wanted the properties, and they wanted David to disappear so they could share everything. And now you are my wife," he told Amanda. "If they can't reach me, they might try to use you." Amanda was afraid, but she said something that surprised even her. "In my uncle's house, I was not safe either. I was just alive." Days passed. David didn't rush her, didn't force closeness. He gave her space. He gave her air. Then a woman named Lola came, elegant, perfume, walking like she belonged. She looked at Amanda and said with a smile, "So this is her, the orphan." David's voice went calm, dangerous. "Watch your mouth." Lola warned Amanda sweetly that some luck comes with problems, then left. After that day, Amanda understood, enemies don't always carry weapons. Some carry family titles. Then her uncle called. "Why have you not sent money?" Not, "How are you?" Auntie Patricia took the phone. Fake laughter, fake love. "My daughter, we are suffering. Send small something." Amanda ended the call with shaking hands. David told her, "You don't owe them anything." And he said something Amanda needed to hear. Guilt is how people keep good people trapped. That night, Amanda looked in the mirror and asked herself, "Who am I when nobody is using me?" Trouble didn't come like thunder at first. Came like footsteps. Strange cars near the gate. Men pretending to be normal. Eyes too busy. One night, there was movement near the wall. Security responded fast. David told her, "Stay inside." In the morning he said, they were testing the house. Then David took Amanda to his office. A tall building, quiet, serious. People greeted him, "Good morning, sir." They greeted her too, "Good morning, Ma." David introduced her to Mrs. Mercy and said, "I want you to learn. I want you to have your own life, your own strength. If anything happens, You must never be helpless. It scared Amanda, but it also gave her something she never had: capacity. Weeks turned into months. She learned business basics. She understood documents. She spoke more, still soft but clear. Then the real attack happened. A Saturday. Power went off. Generator came on. Everything seemed normal until urgency entered the security phone. David stood up fast. "Stay behind me." Outside, shouting. Then one sharp bang. Not movie exaggeration, just the kind of sound that tells you danger is near. Security moved quickly, and Amanda heard one sentence that made her blood turn cold. They came for her. David rushed her to a safe room she didn't even know existed and held her shoulders. "No matter what you hear, do not open this door." Later, after the threat ended, a security man brought an envelope. Inside was a photo of Amanda, taken without her knowing. On the back was one sentence: "Sign or she disappears." Amanda went numb. David didn't shout, but the anger in his silence was louder than noise. That night, David told her, "I brought you into danger." Amanda answered with the strongest truth she had ever spoken. "You didn't bring me into danger. Danger found you. And because I'm beside you, it's now my problem too. But I have lived a life where I was already disappearing slowly. At least now, I matter enough for someone to notice me." And that was when David changed his words from "I will" to "we will." Months later, the truth came out, not by magic, not by luck, by patience and evidence. Investigators moved quietly. Movements were watched. Calls were traced. Accounts were monitored. One morning, the call came, "They have enough." Lola and 2 other relatives were arrested. When the news broke, the same neighbors who mocked Amanda began to rewrite history like they were her supporters. "That Amanda, I always knew she would succeed. My friend, I advised them to treat her well." But Amanda didn't care anymore. She had learned something serious. Not everyone deserves access to your life. One evening, she sat on the balcony with David. Soft sky. Calm air. He asked, "Do you regret marrying me?" Amanda thought about fear, threats, almost losing peace. Then she thought about choice, respect, growth. "No," she said, "but I regret one thing. I regret believing I was nothing." David told her, "You were never nothing. You were just surrounded by people who needed you to stay small." Then he handed her a folder. Business registration. A company. Her name on it. Fully set up. "This is your own," he said, "so that nobody can ever threaten you with survival again." And that's how Amanda's story ended up being bigger than money, bigger than marriage, bigger than enemies. Because the real twist was not that the beggar was rich. The real twist was that Amanda finally became a person, inside her own mind. The day they thought they were punishing her was the day her life began. And that's why, when people tell this story now, they don't call her the orphan. They call her Amanda, the woman they can no longer reach.